Are you that person that is going into marriage with the intention of your one leg in and one leg out? Know this fact that marriage is a commitment, not just a feeling. Sure, love and emotions spark at the start, but feelings can change. Feelings can fade away. Commitment is what keeps a marriage strong through challenges, growth, and ups and downs of life. So when you are going into marriage with the intention that if it doesn't work, I'm out, know that it's just a matter of time. It's in 2 days even, or just that even that same night. Because let me tell you something. Do you know that some couples, even on the day of their marriage, like on their wedding night, they had a misunderstanding? And if they had another option, what would they have done? They're out. So there's something that maybe if you didn't know before going into marriage. Before going into marriage, you have to close all the doors and the windows. Take for example, if you are in a room and there's a fire outbreak, that room has no doors, it has no windows. What are you going to do? You are going to be in that room. You will find a way to quench the fire, right? So, that is just an example of how marriage is. If you want your marriage to last, you need to close doors and windows. Because if you leave the doors and the windows open, in case of any challenge, the first thing, I'm out. If you don't come out through the back door, you will come out through the window. But that is not what marriage is. Marriage is commitment. Because the Bible says that word. In the book of Genesis, I'm going to read this passage for us. The book of Genesis 2 verse 24, it says, "Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh." So, most of the time, men, they are bound to maybe especially ungodly men that are in the world, they don't really believe in God, right? They say, even though they have a wife at home, they want to try other women out there. You are digging yourself a grave that maybe you might not, you cannot handle. By the time these things start following you, or maybe you go out there and you do something, your wife doesn't even know, and then you come back home, you are here crying, and this woman does not even know the cause of maybe the sickness you have, maybe the money that you lost, maybe the child that you had out there, and maybe you're trying to hide this child because you went and did something. So marriage is a commitment. If you think, as a man, you think your wife is always going to please you all the times, I bet you it's a no. Some women, they will even annoy you every day. I remember, I used to annoy my husband too. But you know what? I don't know, but that is something to say. He's that man that does not really speak a lot. He will just sometimes he will not want to speak. But I will know that sometimes I've done something wrong. Oh, we need to talk about it. And we have to talk about it. When we talk about it, that's it. And also, likewise, he also annoys me. He annoys me. There are times he will annoy me, but you know what? Because I know who I am. I know that, and I also know that the strategy of the devil is to make sure when we have a little argument, or maybe we have a little misunderstanding, he should amplify that misunderstanding and then makes it look like. So you have to guard yourself as a woman, guard yourself as a man, guard yourself as a couple, knowing that these things will happen, especially when you are a newly wedded couple, because this man grew up in his own house, you grew up in your own house, you both have different parents, you both had different upbringing, you might even be coming from different cultures. Take for example, if let's say you were born in the United States and I was born in Cameroon, or somehow like that, we have opposite cultures. So coming now in the same house, there definitely will be some misunderstanding at the beginning. But you know what is going to keep you guys going is the communication, and the fact that you forgive each other every day, and the fact that you have closed all doors and all windows, every extra door you've closed them, and you know that you are in this fire with this man. It was you guys vow, the covenant that you vow to be together as husband and wife. You have to keep that vow, and make sure you keep the bed undefiled, because you know, like the book of Proverbs 18 verse 22 says that one, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. So this goes mostly to the man. The man finds the woman, and when you do exactly what God asks you or expects you to do in your marriage, definitely you will find favor. But if you're that man that every day you come back home, you pounce on your wife as if she is like she's a ball or something, you just beat her up every time, or maybe you knock at her, you abuse her, you talk to her anyhow, you don't even respect her in front of her children, that is not good. Then that favor, because you know what, as a man, this is a secret, man, if you're listening to me, your wife is your intercessor. Your wife is your intercessor. Likewise, woman, your husband is your intercessor. So if your husband is angry with you, or your wife is angry at you, no, you better make peace. Because what will be the point if your intercessor is angry at you? They will not know how to pray for you with a good heart, you know. And again, they say they will become what? One flesh. Which means you, the man, you are one flesh with your wife. You, the wife, you are one flesh with your husband. So why fight each other? Why fight your own flesh? Why fight the man that you chose? Why fight the person that, like, God has said that this is the two shall become one? Why fight each other? That is totally wrong. Therefore, close all doors and all windows. And when you commit, you choose to stick together. You communicate openly and work things out no matter what. It's about showing up every day. Even when everything seems to be fading away. That's the real power of marriage. That is the real power of marriage. Building something lasting beyond just feelings. Trust me, commitment is the foundation that makes love last in every marriage. Remember, the bed should be undefiled, and you should commit to each other. Remember your vows. Each time you think you are out of it or you're done with it, remember the reason why you got into that marriage in the first place. Remember the reason why you accepted that man in the first place. Remember the reason why you said I do, or you said those marriage vows on the altar. Close doors and close windows. Woman, man, listening to me, make sure these doors and windows are closed and you are all in, such that you are not going to do things with the intention that if it doesn't work, I'm out. Thank you.